I remember, bro, when I was like 9 or 10, I used to hoop when I was younger, man. All I used to do was hoop. I don't know, probably like fourth grade or something like that. I used to hoop in this league, and we had the playoffs. It was playoff time. Now, it was me and another cat. I think his name was Ken. Like, we was point guard, two guard. We would alternate. We was like the first Stephen Clay for real, no cap. We were some real life hoopers, bro. We used to ball. So playoffs come around. I remember we got to the point where we was if we won this game, we would have to play another game the same day, and that would be the championship, right? So if we won our playoff game this day, we would have to stay to play in the finals. Whoever won that game had to stay and play in the championship. So the day come, we played that first game. It was an intense first game, but we got the dub. I remember this was like this wasn't a school league. This was like a rec league in one of my hoods in my city. So it was all of the teams and all of their families and all of their hoods. This gym was not designed to hold this many people, bro. It was packed wall to wall. All the seats is full. It's people standing up all around. So the pressure is very high, you know what I'm saying, for some young cats like us. But we balled out. We got the dub that first game, and now we got the championship game. Same day, right? So after we win, we sitting back, we celebrating. There's other games going on the court, and we preparing ourselves for this next game. Our coach, you know what I'm saying, getting us prepared for this next game. Boom. But we knew, like I said, me and Ken, if we played our game and we balled how we've been balling all season, we knew we was gonna get that championship, bro. Like, we were gonna win. So championship game start. It's packed wall to wall. The energy so high. At this point in my life, I'm like I said, I'm probably like 9 or 10 or something like that. I had never experienced an atmosphere like this. Like, I had never hooped in an atmosphere like this. It was crazy. I couldn't even hear it, bro. It was so loud. Couldn't even hear it. So this championship game, the energy is all the way up, bro. It's wall to wall. It's crazy. And it's in the hood, bro. So you know how that energy is. They on the sidelines talking crazy, you know what I'm saying? It's wild. Championship game start. First quarter, we come out the gate, we hooping, we balling. I think we win first quarter. Second quarter, I want to say we went into halftime with the W, bro. And this is the part where it got tricky, right? Before I go into the moral of the story, hit that subscribe button for me. Hit that like button for me, man. Hit that share button. If you like this channel, if you've been rocking with the content so far, please, man, get a boy a subscribe and a share and a like. Do that for me. 2 seconds. And welcome to the channel, Game to Live By. It's halftime. We in a huddle on a bench. Coach talking to us, and we got 2 more quarters. We got 2 more quarters. We've been balling the whole first half. We up. It wasn't a blowout. It was an intense game. The other team was good too. You know what I'm saying? But we just knew it was nobody in that league that was touching us. I'm on the bench. Coach talking. I see a dude walking in. So like, it's people standing up around the whole court. You know, it's seats, but then all the seats full. So it's people standing up around like the baseline. And I see a cat, so you can't really walk back and forth. So he had to kind of walk in front of everybody on the court. And I see him like walking down the out of bounds baseline, and then the sideline going to the other team bench. He got some shoes in his hand. He got some gym shoes in his hand. And I'm looking like, who this dude, right? Mind you, we had to be 9, 10 years old, elementary. This wasn't no kid that was walking in and went and sat down on a bench. This was not a child. And I'm like, maybe he here for the next game. You know, maybe he just about to post up and wait for the next game. I don't know. I know he not about to suit up. Dude suits up, bro. Dude suits up and checks in for the second half. And I remember our whole team and our coach like, yo, who is kid, and he wasn't on the roster, and how they're cheating at this point, right? So, you know, when you young, like, older people it's hard to determine how old somebody is when you young. and you see an older person is like they could be any age. 30 is super old when you're young. 20 is super old when you're young. So at that time, I remember just thinking he looked way older than us, but I couldn't really determine how old he was. But now that I'm older, thinking back, I would say he was probably like 17. He was probably like a senior in high school, maybe a junior in high school. He was at least a high schooler though. He wasn't no younger than a high schooler. But I would say probably like 16, 17. So he checking the game, and we on the sideline tripping, and the refs acting like they don't know what's going on. They was probably part of it, you know. Second half start, we straight out the gate. When they team get the ball, they get a ball to the dude who just checked in, right? He gets straight to the bucket, bro. Like it was like, you know how it is when you hooping with your little cousins or you know, some little kids that you're just playing around. They're too young. There's nothing they could really do for real. They're not about to be able to stop you for real because you're bigger and stronger and better, right? He gets straight to the bucket layup, and we already knew what time it was once we seen that. Not only was he like physically bigger and taller than all the kids on the court, but he actually could hoop too. He wasn't trash, right? I'm thinking now, like, their coach probably called his nephew, or, you know what I'm saying, called his cousin or whatever. He made a call, bro, because they was about to lose that game. Dude pull up and suit up and get to going crazy, bro. We couldn't stop him. He was physically too big, too strong, too fast. He was hooping with some kids. It was nothing we could do. I don't know how much he scored in that second half, but we could not stop. We trying to double team him. All this is just not happening. And then on defense, it's the same thing. You know, he's too big and tall on defense, right? He everywhere. It's like, man, what is? So they clearly cheated, but we ended up losing the game. I'm so pissed at the end of the game, bro. I'm crying and all that. Like, I'm heated. Like, yo, they straight up cheated. They robbed us. You feel me? And nobody doing nothing. Nobody saying nothing. The other team, they celebrating. They all happy. I'm like, yo, ain't nobody. You know, this is a little hood league, so you know how I go. But it was at that moment, you know what I'm saying, in time where I learned that, you know, not only is life not fair, you know, because that's what it felt like. It's like, oh, like, this ain't fair, bro. Like, how could somebody do this? Not only is life not fair, but what I learned and what I want y'all to realize and what I'm making this video for is everybody that you competing with in this life, right? And I'm talking to the men. It's a competition in everything, bro. In all aspects, right? Yeah, we all want to live a cool, comfortable life and all of this stuff, but you are competing to be the best version of you, and you competing to get to wherever you trying to go. Whatever your goals are, whatever your targets are, what you locked in and set in on, this is a competition, bro. And it's going to be people that try and prevent you from getting that W, or it's going to be people that try and prevent you from getting to where you got to go, bro. And so the moral of this story, or what I learned from this situation from both sides, right? I don't want to say that the coach that cheated and called, you know what I'm saying, the older cat, I don't want to say like, oh, he a bad person or he's wrong for doing what he's doing. I don't want to say that, because you can learn something from both sides, right? From the cheaters and the people that take shortcuts and all that. You can learn something from their perspective, just like you can from the people who are, you know, morally right, that's going to do things the right way and try and be fair at all times. You know, you can learn something from both sides, right? But the perspective of the team that cheated, or the perspective of the coach that cheated, right? All of those types of people that are willing to cheat and take a shortcut to get somewhere, right? What I can say you can take from that is doing what you got to do to get the job done, right? Now, I'm not saying go out here and cheat and shortcut and do people wrong. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that at all, so don't take it like that. But what I am saying is when you're trying to accomplish something, you're trying to get to a goal, you want to explore all possibilities to get there, right? We weren't prepared at all to face a situation like we was faced with. We walked into it, and then by halftime, we already cocky and we thinking like, yo, we about to get this W, right? We already done wrote it off as a win, and the game ain't over yet. And then we got hit with something that was unexpected. We got hit with a curveball, something that we wasn't prepared for. Nobody on our team was prepared for that. Nobody on our team even thought that would have been a possibility, right? Don't go through life like that. Don't go through life like us, thinking that something can't happen. You know what I'm saying? Or a curveball won't happen. Or somebody won't try to like short you or slight you when you're trying to get to a certain goal, when you're trying to get to a certain place. That's going to happen all your life. So just mentally prepare yourself for these things, and also explore all possible options. When you put in your mind to something, when you setting the goal, when you like, I'm about to execute this, I'm about to do this, explore all possible options, explore all the things that could possibly go wrong, because something gonna go wrong. It always happen like that, right? Think about the people that are going to try and short you, or are going to try and cheat you. Consider all of these different variables when you putting stuff together, when you putting plans together, when you putting goals together. Think about the what could possibly happen. We weren't prepared, and all I'm saying is you want to be prepared as much as you possibly can. You want to prepare yourself, and you don't want to be naive when you're going through life thinking that everybody gonna be your friend, because they're not. Most people not gonna be your friend. It's a tough world. It's a cold world out here, and most people not gonna be your friend. Most people got themselves in mind. They got themselves as their top priority. They're not considering nobody else. They're not considering who they got to step over to get to where they're trying to get to, right? So don't be naive and think that this can't happen to you. Yeah, I just wanted to say, like, from the perspective of the side of the team that won, they did what they had to do to get the job done, to get the W. Whether it's right or wrong, who knows, you know? But they did it, and they got the win. And then from our perspective, we celebrated too early. We weren't prepared for something like that. We didn't explore all possible options. You feel me? What if they got a kid that's bigger and stronger? What would our game plan be? We had no game plan for something like that because we thought we already had the game won, and they hit us with a curveball, and we just wasn't prepared for it, you know? So just prepare yourself, man, for all things in this crazy life, bro. That's really what I wanted to say. And it's things that you can learn from both sides, bro. Just always try to put yourself in somebody else's shoes and see what you can learn from their perspective. You can take stuff from those type of people, the cheaters and the people that take shortcuts. You can take things from their perspective and turn it into a positive, you know? Like, okay, I might not want to cheat. I might not ever want to cheat or take a shortcut to get to where I'm trying to go, but I can learn that I do have to explore more possibilities. I do got to add more options of how I can get to where I'm trying to get to, right? You might have just been thinking one way, and it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different ways to get to where you're trying to get to, right? So you can always take the perspective of someone else and look at it through your lens and see how you would do it, you know? That's all I want to say, man. If you like this video, man, please hit that subscribe button for the boy. I got more videos on the way, and I'll get back with y'all soon, man. Peace.